Hey my friends, this is Daniel, Aldie, and today I want to talk with you about the 7 assets that all rich people have. So listen up. The first asset are skills. All rich people possess abundantly the skills necessary to get to the wealth that they currently have. Of course, when we're talking about this, we're excluding the people that married into their wealth or have inherited money or have won the lottery. What I'm talking about are hardworking people that have worked for their wealth, that have become the person they are because of the skills they possess. There are many skills that you need in order to become rich, and they can all be assets, like sales and marketing and leadership and team building and time management and so many other skills that are necessary for building your revenue, for building your empire. The second asset that all rich people have is a scalable product. Every rich person has a product or service that they can scale because they know that they cannot be at the same place all the time meeting with many different people. They have something that can sell itself on their behalf. I'll give you a clear example. Jeff Bezos became the richest man in the world because he has a highly scalable product and service called Amazon that many people rely upon and use almost every day. Jeff started by selling books and by managing the website, and today he's a multi-billionaire because he has many other people who are doing it on his behalf. The question is, can you sell this product or service without selling your time? Once you find out the answer to that question, you, my friend, will become rich. Learn how to automate your selling systems so that it can sell itself while you're sleeping. That is the greatest way to become rich. The third asset that rich people have are established clientele. They have trusted partners and clients that they have worked with that are willing to promote their values. They're willing to leave testimonials. They're willing to make referrals so that the rich person can continue to grow their business. The real question is, are my stakeholders happy with the products and services that I'm delivering to the marketplace? Are my employees, my employers, my suppliers, those in demand, are they happy with what I'm serving them? If they are, then you have the established clientele that you need that will vie for your business. A great example of this is a businessman named Donald Trump. Notice I said businessman, not president. Businessman. So listen to me carefully. The businessman Donald Trump has a business in Trump Tower where when people moved out once he became president, they were immediately replaced by people who wanted to be there. They wanted to support this person because of his business. Now just imagine someone on a waiting list for over a year, ready to pay $5 million to get into a small condominium in the middle of Manhattan. There's no limit to your clientele. You can have as many clients as you want as long as your product or service is scalable. So make sure you establish your clientele early and often. The fourth asset that all rich people have are massive networks. They all have certain people or organizations that will help them to get to the next level that they can call upon anytime because those people are dedicated to their cause. The reason why they have this is because they're always cultivating their relationship. They're always making those 5 to 10 extra calls every day, not because of the money, but because of the person. They understand that they have to get into these meaningful relationships to establish their reputation because they know that their reputation is their best advertisement. I personally have a number of massive networks that I work with very closely that can help me promote almost any product or service that I choose. Because I've carefully cultivated these relationships for the last several years, we've gained the trust in order to work together for a long period of time. The fifth asset that all rich people have is their mindset. Yes, believe it or not, all rich people have their mental factories always churning every moment of the day. They don't shut it off 9 to 5, they keep it going from 12 to 12. 12 a.m. to 12 a.m. They keep on going. They keep on coming up with many ideas because they know that they can be called upon across many of their stakeholders to give them the answer that they might need. Even if a rich person goes completely broke and is even in debt, negative, with no money, they can always get back to where they were because they have the mindset. They've gone through the years of training and they've cultivated a certain mentality that has helped them to navigate through the oceans of success. Now, it may not always be easy, but a person with a strong mindset understands that if they were rich and then they became poor, they have to do exactly the opposite of what they did poor in order to become rich again. A great example is a superstar athlete that faced a major injury. Now, even though they used to play at a very high level, that injury forces them to start back at the fundamentals. It forces them to retrain themselves so they can get back to the pinnacle of their success. Let me give you a clear example. A lot of people know who Michael Jordan is, but they don't know exactly what he went through in his second year of playing with the Chicago Bulls. He was extremely injured because he broke his foot, and he only played several games. But the following year, he came back much stronger because he rehabbed correctly and he was able to put up numbers that the world has never seen before in basketball. Now, Michael Jordan is currently a billionaire, and a lot of people will say, well, if I was that great of a basketball player, I would be a billionaire too. But not only did he become a billionaire through basketball, he became a billionaire through the investments and choices that he made as he played basketball and after the life of playing basketball. And therefore, that is why he is truly a billionaire. The sixth asset that all rich people have is money. It might sound obvious, but it's absolutely true. A lot of people will say, well, I don't have money to get started. And it's true that you do need money to make money. But a lot of times you can start with capital like credit. Maybe you can get a loan. Maybe you can borrow some money from someone that you trust in order to get started. Either way, rich people need money in order to perpetuate their wealth. The fact is that no one can become rich without money. Now, a lot of people might say, well, Daniel, isn't that obvious? No one can become rich without money? And the answer is yes, because even though it's obvious, a lot of people don't even start with the money that they have. Sometimes people need to invest that $100 into a book or a course, but they don't end up doing it. You need to start with what you have in order to get what you want. If you take care of $100, then maybe even $1,000 will come along your path. The seventh asset that all rich people have is support. You need support from your family and your friends and the society around you in order to become wealthy. It's easy for a poor-minded individual to say, well, I don't have a supportive family, or I don't have people that love me, or I don't have organizations and certain cultures that will help me to reach my goals. And that's false, because if you don't have that, it's time to find it. It's time to create it for yourself. It's time to search for the support that you need. When I first started my journey, the only person that really supported me was my wife. Now, she was my girlfriend at the time, but when I looked out around me, there was no one else who was trying to help me become who I wanted to be. In fact, I questioned myself because I was so lonely in my endeavors. I thought that no one cared about what I was doing until I started to search for the people that were in my industry, dominating it at a high level. Soon I began to befriend these people, asking them to become my mentors, asking them to give me suggestions and advice that I would later take to become the person that I am today. It doesn't matter where you start. All it matters is that you reach up and you ask for help. You let go of your pride and your ego, and you forsake all of the old to search for the new. You look for the people that are willing to help you and get rid of the people who are trying to hurt you. What kind of support do you need in your life? Try to find it right now by searching for the particular passion that you have or its industry, and start to call upon those people and ask them questions necessary for you to reach your highest goal. In summary, these are the 7 assets that all rich people have. Go through this video again and share it with a friend, and make sure you subscribe to this channel. Leave a comment below, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts. My friends, I will see you next time.